I'm on the road, heading up to Portland for my late night flight. I took a stop at Jesse M. Honeyman State Park. I pass it all the time. It's just south of Florence, but I've never actually stopped here. I've got plenty of time to kill today, so I figured why not. It's very pretty. I mean, this little lake here, I think it's an isolated lake in the dunes. It doesn't quite connect directly to the ocean, but it's really pretty. It'd be nice to kayak on this sometime. But yeah, I'll just be putting around, stopping at a few different places, and I think I'm gonna try and at least head away from the coast, probably by around sunset. Flight's not until 11 o'clock, but the weather's not gonna be amazing, and I don't wanna be driving too late at night, obviously, so I'll keep an eye on the time and try and not do anything too stupid. So the rain's been pretty bad along at least the northern portion of the coast in Oregon. I have to keep an eye out on the highway warnings to see if there's any random closures for landslides and stuff. I should be south of it the entire way, and I think I'm gonna head up to Eugene or Newport and then head east from there. But even down here, you can tell there's a lot of rain. Further up the road, there's a really strong waterfall that is usually a trickle, maybe. This one hardly even exists when it's dry, but that one's going down. So there's a few different spots along the cliffs here that are draining off. None of it seems to be too bad here. Oh, there's the sea lions in the water. It's high tide right now. I'm hoping that I'll be able to go and do a little bit of tide pooling once I get to Newport, but it all depends on the weather, the tide, the waves, and everything. The other thing is I want to take time to just kind of sit on the coast while I can and keep trying to whale watch. This is supposed to be the time of year where it's really picking up, all the gray whales heading south for Mexico, but I just haven't seen them in a while. And I don't know, today might be a good shot because it seems pretty calm once you get away from the shore here. So catching a spout might be a bit easier today, but I'll get what I can. Waves are pretty good at the spouting horn today. Thor's well, he's doing all right. We're on the other side too. It's still pretty high tide. It's starting to drop pretty soon, but you can see the well out there now. Well, now it's covered, but there it is, sucking all that water down. Still no spouts. Hoping that the rain to the north clears off a little bit, but I've still got a few hours that I can spend out here. So I'm at the Hatfield Marine Science Center right now. It's right next to the Oregon Aquarium in Newport. I didn't stop here when I went to the aquarium during the summer, so I figured it would be worth the time to pop out here and check it out. So it's clearing off a little bit now, which is nice, because I'm getting ready to head to Yaquina Head. But I tried to stop at the lighthouse again, the Yaquina Bay, which was completely tarped up the last time I was here so I can get my stamp. But it looks much nicer now. They did a good job restoring it, but it's still closed, apparently. So, yet again, I'll be not getting my stamp, but that's all right. At least I got to see it this time. It was completely covered up last time. So this time, Yaquina Head is a little bit easier to see. I'm pretty sure the last time I came up, it was super, super foggy. I couldn't see anything, but see the lighthouse now, which is pretty nice. Tide's still pretty high, but I'm gonna go down to the waves in a little bit and see what I can see. No whales yet, but still got my eyes out. Yeah, there's some really good tide pools down in this section here, which is where I've checked them out before, but weather's not cooperating today. These waves are pretty big, and it'll be dropping over the next few hours, so maybe I'll come back a little bit later if the park is still open and try and see if I can go down. I've got my headlamp and everything, but if not, oh well. I think regardless, I'm gonna head up to Depot Bay now, just kind of hang out there for a little bit, and then I'll eventually head back south here to Newport, decide what I'm gonna do, and then start heading into Portland. Up in Depot Bay now, at the Whale Watch Center, and not seeing much. They said that they're gonna be pretty far out on the migration route. They're about 3 to 5 miles out, so most of them are not gonna be visible with all this rain and fog, so bit of a bummer, but it's all right. Hang out here for a little bit, and then I'll work my way back down to Newport before heading back in. Waves are still pretty choppy. Oh, there's a seal out there. Well, I just grabbed some late lunch. I'm gonna sit and watch the waves for a little bit in Depot Bay, and I'm still deciding which route is better, heading north or heading back down to Newport. Apparently both routes are open, so I'll just have to figure out which one is fastest and safest based on the weather. So I'll be doing that soon. Well, I think I decided, as fun as it would be to head back down to Yaquina Head and try and go tide pooling, the waves are still just ridiculous right now, even if it is supposed to be fairly low tide by the time I get down there. It's not gonna be worth it to constantly have to run away from waves and probably get drenched anyway. So I think I'm just gonna keep heading north and take 18 instead of 20. They both seem to be open. I did a check recently and they both looked good. So I'm just gonna keep going up there, up north to Lincoln City, and then I'll take 18 up to Portland, and that should be fine. So I'll stay along the coast for a little bit here. Hopefully I can stay in this gap before that rain. Yeah, I think it just makes more sense. It's less mileage. The route should be fine, so. I was worried I wouldn't catch it, but worked out pretty well. Got a nice Pacific Coast sunset before I head inland and head home for Christmas. All right, well, vehicle's all locked up. I know where I'm parked, so just time to wait for the bus and get inside and go through security and everything, but I'll be back at the car in about 2 weeks. Out of the airport again and getting ready to hop back on the Blue Line. These videos are gonna be like the exact same thing every time, but I might actually have a little bit of time to kind of relax at Millennium Station, get a coffee and stuff, unlike the past couple times. Well, I didn't need to come up to Street View. I'm gonna head back down to Millennium Station in just a second to catch my train, but I wanted to pop up and see the Christmas lights at least as morning breaks in Chicago. There's the Bean again. I'm not gonna cross over there, but it was cool to check it out. shore. And I'm back in Michigan City, so I get to be home for another 2 weeks. Should be fun.